Am I the asshole for taking walks on my lunch break? A few years ago I started a job that was more office-based than previous jobs. Because of that, I was moving less and gaining some weight, and I am very out of shape. I'm not overweight, but I'm carrying a little more fat than I'm used to, and I can tell my cardio ability has gone down. I get a 1-hour paid lunch per day. A lot of my coworkers eat at their desk and do a little work, like maybe answering an email. But mostly eating. I personally go to my car to eat and then do laps around the parking garage before I go back in. I am never gone for more than an hour. I am back on time. Recently I did my normal routine. I grabbed my lunch, went to my car and ate it, then I started on my walk. I happened to run into a coworker during my walk. He was out there because he forgot needed something from his car. He stopped me and asked what I was doing. I told him I ate my lunch and now I am taking a walk before my lunch break is over. He didn't like that answer and said our lunch break is for eating, not walking, and that when I am done eating, I should go back to work. I told him we are given an hour for lunch. I want to use all of it in the best way I can. I think he told other people because then, I've been receiving comments before I go on break that I didn't receive before. I don't think I was wrong. I'm entitled to my break. All my work gets done on time. I take it at about the same time every day, so it's expected I won't be available. And I maybe come back to a few non-urgent emails. I have my phone on me in case someone calls for an emergency, which has never happened. I talked to my parents about it and they both said they work through lunch and I shouldn't be out walking. But also they're older and raised in a different time, so I don't know if I should trust their judgment. So am I the asshole for taking a walk during my lunch break? ETA, it's paid. A lot of people think it's unpaid. I am paid for it. I'm salary. My manager doesn't have an issue, but some people I work with do have an issue knowing I use part of it to walk. Do you work with a bunch of servile nitwits? Are your parents both lackeys to the man? Don't answer, these are rhetorical questions. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Last I checked, it's called lunch break, not lunch work more time. Not the asshole. Your coworker is an ass. I don't care if you get an hour for lunch or only 30 minutes, or if your lunch is paid or unpaid. Your lunchtime is your lunchtime. Period. Not the asshole. People who work on their lunch breaks are class traitors. Unions fought hard for breaks. Use them however you want, it's your time. Not the asshole. Lunch hour is your hour. Quick errand, walk around, chain smoke, lol, it's your time. I'm older and always walked on my lunch break. Fresh air and exercise meant I was more alert during the afternoon. Most days a coworker joined me. My spouse worked at multiple locations with a gym and shower. They would run on their break. Am I the asshole for calling the police after something was stolen? 33M, was gone, out of state, at the end of May 2025. I had entrusted a friend of mine to watch my dogs while I was gone. I had told him that I only wanted him, we will call him Aaron, to go and check on the dogs, clean up whatever mess they made and then go. Well, I have a doorbell camera and every time he was there, which was 4 times, he brought his friend, we will call him Chad. I texted Aaron and asked why Chad was there too. He told me that his car, Aaron's, wasn't starting and he didn't want to walk and needed a ride and Chad didn't want to wait in the car. Aaron and Chad have been over at my place before, so I shrugged it off and just let it be. Well, a few weeks ago, another friend had been staying with me, we will call him Nate, after something happened with his mode of transportation that had broken down and I had offered him a place to stay and he graciously obliged and said thank you, when the time comes, I'll get a job, sign a lease with you and pay you rent. All good, so I agreed. Cut to Wednesday, I wanted to play a game on my handheld console. I keep it on my entertainment center in the living room. I went to go grab it and the system, dock, power cable and HDMI cable were all gone. I didn't take them with me on my trip, and if I did, I wouldn't have brought the dock, power and HDMI cables. It's a USB-C charger port and I have plenty of those. I called the manufacturer of the console and they find the serial number and gave it to me. I asked if they could see any information on when it was signed in last or anything like that. He said that the system showed a factory reset within the last 7 days, 8 counting today. So high probability it was wiped and sold. So I reached out to Aaron, Chad and Nate and of course, none of them have seen or knew that I had one. That part is highly unlikely because the console is right in plain view in my living room. Then cut to me calling the police, filing a report and giving them Aaron, Chad and Nate's names and phone numbers. I get a message yesterday from Aaron asking if I did call the police and filed a report. I told him yes and that I won't be saying anything further. He understood and really wanted to help me find it. I get a message this morning from Chad, how dare you accuse me of stealing your shit? Aaron and I are together and you can't stand it. I know you want him and I won't let you. Stay away from me, Aaron and Nate. If you so much text us even hello or good morning, I will call the police and say that you're harassing us. Stay the fuck away. I have my own significant other and don't want him. I said nothing to him after and screenshotted his message and also Aaron's messages about the console. Nate has blocked me on everything and hasn't stopped by to pick up his belongings from my place. They were the only 3 people that have been in my apartment in the last 2 months besides my significant other, but we're always together. Am I the asshole for all of this transpiring? Not the asshole. Chad sounds pretty guilty honestly. Screenshot his texts because he can accuse you of harassment all he wants but he can't prove it, I mean you aren't harassing him. Definitely add his texts to the police report too. Unfortunately until someone uses your console and it's able to be tracked, you're kind of at a standstill. Sounds like they're admitting they stole it without actually saying it. Not the asshole for you. Not the asshole. Given his reaction, he knows he's busted. I doubt you'll get it back but try to update us if you can. Why don't you check your doorbell camera footage and see if anyone left with a box or container that the stolen items would fit in. Not the asshole. When your property is stolen typically you file a police report. It sounds like you didn't accuse anyone, just told the police who had been at your house recently and would have had an opportunity to steal it. Going against the grain, my guess is Nate. No reaction but a full blocking plus financial issues. Not the asshole. It's a completely normal thing to do when you have been robbed. Am I the asshole for wearing a bathing suit I knew my aunt would be uncomfortable seeing me in? I, 18 female, go on an annual camping trip with my dad's side of the family. We go up, barbecue, gather sticks, swim in the lake. You know the usually stuff. But recently I've been dreading to go on the rips because my 50 female aunt always has a problem with what I wear. A little context. She's an amazing aunt when it comes to me and my brother. But I feel like she always overly harsh on me. Maybe it's because I am the last girl in my family. Who knows? But every single time I go anywhere she always says that, you shouldn't be wearing that, it's too inappropriate, you're too young to be wearing stuff like that. Mind you, most things I wear are crop tops and she's having a problem with it. It always made me feel insecure about it and it got to the point where I was overthinking what I should wear. I guess I overshared, but here's the thing I am asking, am I the a-hole? I have a bathing suit that I haven't worn for a year. I bought it with my money last year. Just never wore it cause of what my family would say. But I decided to wear it because I really wanted to wear it before it doesn't fit me. So we were getting ready to go to the lake. I change, put some shorts on, but since it was hot I just let my bathing suit top on. I went to get something from her area of her tent. Immediately, she asks me, what am I wearing? I said calmly that this is my bathing suit. She says to go back and put a shirt on. And to learn to respect yourself. It made me feel very insecure that she thinks I am not respecting myself. She never said anything again. But she avoided me the rest of the trip. Now I am wondering, am I the a-hole for wearing something I knew she would be uncomfortable in? I am just sick of always thinking about what to wear and how others will react to it, so am I the asshole? You're 18, too young for a crop top? That's like the prime crop top age, laughing my ass off, tears of joy. Not the asshole. Wear what you want and tell your aunt to mind her business. Not the asshole. Next time, ask her loudly to please stop commenting on your body as it makes you uncomfortable. Tell her that your appearance is none of her business and that her comments are not welcome. It appears that she's the one who doesn't respect you. Politely let her know. She's welcome to her opinion, but you're not a child, and she's not in charge of what you wear. Oh, not the asshole. I'm a strong believer that thong micro bikinis should not be worn on family vacations. If your swimsuit doesn't fall under any of those categories, then I say not the asshole. You're also 18, you can wear whatever you want. Next time I would tell her to keep her comments to herself, or speak to your parents about it. Not the asshole. Let her be uncomfortable. She can look away or leave if it bothers her that much. I believe respecting yourself also means knowing when you look good in something and showing it off. In short, fuck that noise and wear what you want. Am I the asshole for not carrying my partner's heavy equipment bag? The other day my partner came over to my house and just as he was about to leave he asked me to pick up his heavy equipment for him. I looked at him and chuckled because I thought he was joking by requesting that of me. Except he wasn't joking. He had a straight face and looked serious. He asked me again to pick it up. I told him I'm not picking up that heavy bag when he could pick it up himself, and he stayed quiet, looked annoyed, standing there looking at his bag waiting for me to grab it for him. I told him I'm not picking up the heavy bag when he could get it himself. Later on as he was leaving he looked bothered and I asked him what's wrong. He said it was because I didn't pick up his bag for him. I told him I didn't want to. My own dad and brothers don't make me pick up heavy things for them, so I didn't understand why my own partner would ask that of me or expect that of me. Eventually he got over it and acted like everything was normal, but to me it was very strange of him to make me do that for him. IDK, am I the asshole for not picking up his heavy bag as he requested? Edit. I left out some details regarding how heavy the bag was. It was full of work tools from his job. He was standing by the doorway of my room and asked me to reach for it and carry it. He was not carrying anything else. He was perfectly capable of carrying the bag. He is not injured. He's stronger than me, which is why I thought it was silly he would make me carry it for him. I would gladly help him with any task or request he needs of me. I just thought it was weird for him to make carry his heavy work bag all the way to his car. I'm not sure why he was persistent on making me pick his bag either. It was out of character of him to make me do that for him. Edit 2. To answer who was closest to the bag. He was. The bag was on the floor by the entrance of my door. My partner was standing at the entrance of my door with the door wide open. I was sitting at the edge of my bed facing him. He was closer to the bag. I didn't have an issue carrying the bag for him if he needed the help, if he were injured or if he had his hands full, but he had neither of these things. Nor did he say why I should get it for him. Not that I need an explanation, but he wanted me to get up and grab the bag for him and haul it to his car, while he carried nothing. Edit 3. I'm a woman BTW. Also, what the fuck is a manosphere test, because now I'm concerned. I get the responses of, if your partner asks for help, just try. But Op stated she knew the bag contained work tools and the partner didn't have anything in their hands. My father has a tool bag that I literally cannot lift. And I know this, there's no reason to try. Op also describes the partner's demeanor, not can you please help me, but a straight-faced repeated command, pick it up. This feels like some kind of control test. I'll probably get ripped apart for this, but not the asshole. Not the asshole. Sounds like he tried some, this will show you if she truly loves you, challenge he'd seen on TikTok. Given OP's edit, not the asshole, and I would consider this to be a major red flag. Multiple red flags. Not only did he pull some kind of weird power move on you, he also got butt hurt when it didn't work. He showed you who he is. You should be thinking real hard about things. Info. Why did he ask you to pick it up? Was he carrying something else? Is he hurt? I'm just trying to figure out if there was a valid reason for him to be in need of some help here, or if this was some kind of weird power move on his part. Not the asshole. It's not clear why he asked you to pick it up for him, but it seems like a test just to see if you did. Which is a jerk move. I would never go to someone else's home and ask them to carry around my things. I also find it odd when someone asks me to do something for them that they could easily do themselves. In Ta, this was some kind of shit test trying to see if you were appropriately submissive or something. Good on you for failing it. Be prepared to drop this loser. He was probably trying to do some manosphere challenge or some shit. Not the asshole.